All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with the program. I want us to shift gears now to matters business, and the conversation you're having this morning is quite interesting because a lot of us might be having money seated somewhere, but we actually don't know that we have money seated somewhere. Maybe because we forgot about it, or there's money basically just sitting around and we don't know that our money is sitting around. And that's the conversation we want to have this morning with the Unclaimed Financial Asset Authority. And with me in studio, I have Dr. CPA Francis Kigonjenga. He's the chairperson of UFA, that is once again Unclaimed Financial Asset Authority. And we want to talk about what's in it for you here with this authority. Probably you have some assets sitting around, how you can claim them, how you can, check if at all you have there's unclaimed asset just sitting around with, of course, UFA. This morning, interact with us on our socials, TV47 Kenya on Facebook and on YouTube, and on X, TV47 Digital. 22047 is our SMS line. You can call in live if you do have a question for UFA this morning in regards to what unclaimed financial assets are. Karibu sana to TV47 and to Morning Cafe.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, I want us to start from a very, very basic level for the benefit of our viewer this morning. When you talk about unclaimed assets, what are we talking about exactly?
Okay, first foremost, I want to greet our viewers and the many staff and partners that we work with at the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, and say that the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, it is an authority that was created by the Unclaimed Financial Act of 2011. It's Act number 14 in Kenya of 2011, and regulated by the Unclaimed Financial Assets Regulation of 2016, which coincidentally I was a party to that when I was in Parliament. I was a member of Parliament for Gatundu North. And when we talk of Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, we are talking of financial assets, not all assets, financial assets. Financial assets includes the cash that is abandoned by people who are living, even those who are dead. They have been abandoned in banks and financial institutions. It has been abandoned in institutions such as the telcos, the telecommunication, that phone you are holding, the M-Pesa, the Airtel money, the telecom money, etc. Money that has been abandoned from courts. When you go to court and you are set free, people have the tendency of learning and forgetting their money. We also, as I said, we have shares. Shares, when people sell shares, there is the small units that you cannot sell. Until recently, you could not sell those small units. We call them the odd lots. So if you have like 500 shares, 550 shares, you can sell 500, but 50 you cannot sell. So we call that the odd lots. So if you have the odd lots, they'll just abandon. Most people just abandon it. Then the dividends. You remember that there's so many people who have invested, and sometimes dividend is very retro. People just ignore that. Or water and meter deposits, wages, all these that are left. People don't even tell their spouses or their relatives where they have actually placed their money. The safe boxes, there are people who have safe boxes. You take your safe boxes to a bank, a commercial bank for safe custody, and then you just abandon it. So upon passage, then obviously you leave it. They are gifts that are sent. You cannot locate the owner. Also the money orders.
Gifts that are sent by who?
Yeah, you will be sent a gift by a friend, and then there's no communication. Then the gift will float around, and that gift obviously will become unclaimed because we cannot sometimes claim the owner. But when you talk of safe boxes, you're talking of precious things that are kept in those safe boxes, including precious metal like gold, including documents, including heritages that you felt are so important. So upon your passing on, or sometimes upon your disappearance, sometimes you leave it and it comes to us as unclaimed. So when we talk of unclaimed financial assets, note the word financial asset. Don't come for a piece of land that you thought is unclaimed or a lost car. We talk of anything that is financial. So under the UFA Act number 40 of 2011.
And we'll be getting into that
Yes.
in a few. But I want us to talk about the question of awareness. We've talked about what unclaimed assets are.
Yes.
But you want people to come and claim these assets of theirs. But has enough awareness been created around what UFA is and what UFA does? Because yesterday when I saw we were having this conversation, I asked somebody, do you know what UFA is? And they're like, what is that? And I'm telling them, you know, sometimes you can just have money sitting around somewhere, you forgot about it. And they asked, how can somebody forget about their money? You're broke and you forget about your money. Then this is not something that a lot of people know about. Have you created much awareness that is needed for people to be able to claim their assets?
Thank you very much. We are the only country in Africa that has this organization, that kind of an authority. And having actually been in force from 2011, we never started up to 2016. Actually, we started in 2016. And from 2016, we've done so much because once we created, actually, we started getting to the people. But currently, we've been in every corner of this country. And we are going to be in every corner of this country. We've been in Kisumu, in Nakuru, in Eldoret, in Mombasa, in central Kenya, in Thika, we've been in Embu, we've been actually all over. We've been in Mombasa, been in every corner. And every corner we go, we make sure that we interact with the community appropriately so that we educate them about this. Secondly, we have got into partnership with the national government administrative units, you know, the NAOs, the chiefs, the assistant chiefs, the district commissioners, the DUs, all these people. And we are in such a serious partnership that in every where they are our agents all over the country. You know, these like the assistant chiefs in every funeral, in every wedding. We've been there. We've been in the social media, seriously. We've been in the social media, seriously. We've been in the print media. We've been in the media where I am today. We have educated people across this country. We've formed a partnership. Like with the Huduma Center, we have a partnership with the Huduma Center. We have partnership with many others. So every other person in Kenya now, we've made sure that they know the unclaimed financial assets exist. And our website also is very active. And we participate in also in various occasions. We are there. And the ASK show, everywhere we go, we are there. So at least Kenyans have known, especially we have re-advertised our existence. And people are really coming to us. They are really coming to us in a big way. Because we want to actually, this money to go back to the Kenyans. And we are the only institution that can call you for your money at no charge at all. We don't charge anything. We look for people, we even call them. We even get in touch with them through the email. We are looking for people to come for their money. So every other time you find a list of people who want to come for their money. So we are doing well. And this institution is actually destined to do even much better.
Talk to us now about the mandate. You're talking to us about the Act of 2011.
All right.
Tell us about the mandate of UFA.
The Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, as I indicated much earlier, was actually created in 2011. The formation of this was through a private member's motion in the National Assembly. And so the motion went on. And then when baseline surveys were done, it was found to be real. So in 2016, the regulation, we have got our mandate, which we are actually operationalizing. The first mandate is to receive all unclaimed financial assets. Financial assets are held by the institutions, I said. And even individuals like you could hold financial assets. Financial assets are held by banks, telecoms, insurance companies, courts, individual employers, government institutions. They are held by everybody. And any unclaimed financial asset that you have is not yours. You are supposed to surrender it to us, all right, if it's financial. So our first work is actually to receive those unclaimed financial assets. And if you know you have them and you have not brought it to us, you are committing a crime. We have the mandate and the powers to audit any institution, including TV47 or these media house, anybody in this country. And once we get that you have unclaimed financial assets, which you are not remitting, the penalties are even sometimes more than the said financial assets under the law. That's our own first law. And by 31st October, you're supposed to remit all the financial assets that you are holding. That is coming Friday. If you are an institution and you know you have financial assets that you are holding, release it before Friday. Because after Friday, we start the audit across the whole country, anywhere, to go and look for those financial assets. And once we get it, then you get into bad books. The second rule is to safeguard the same, because receiving is one thing. Safeguard the same. If we play around, money is very sensitive. It can actually be misused, misappropriated. So the Act has given us the direction, the regulation has given us the direction on how we are supposed to safeguard the same. We safeguard the same by investing in government securities, that is treasury bills, treasury bonds, government securities which are risk-free at 90%, and then 10% we can invest in commercial bank, just in case we need to pay the owners when they come. Our most important and cardinal role is to reunite the same money with the owners. You can imagine that I'm supposed to look for you people to come for your money. That's why we advertise every moment. Billboards all over, going all over. Like soon, I know we will be partnering with the teachers, the Kenya Primary School Head Association in Mombasa, where we have got over 20,000 teachers who will be coming there. We will be there. We'll partner with CAPSHA. We shall soon partner with KESHA, the Kenya School Heads Association. We are there in every other and we want people to come for their money. We even actually have made up a way that you can come for your money. Just go to your phone and do *361#. First check whether you have the money. *361#. Check whether you have the money. If you find you have the money, go to our website, www.ufaa.go.ke. And now go to claim, the section on claim. You find owner's claim. That is like you owning or me owning, I claim. Or beneficiary claim. Or beneficiary claim. So if you are a beneficiary, fill the form. And then you send it to us within 21 days. You are supposed to have sent you your money. However, if someone is deceased, you have to go through the process, the judicial process of getting letter of administration and then getting grants of administration. Then once it's confirmed to us again, you fill the beneficiary claim and we pay the beneficiary. And also, that we have done.
Also keeping in mind the challenges that come with succession. But I want us to get into details step by step into the mandates. Director was talking to me and I quite didn't get that. Kindly come again. But even as I wait for that direction, you talked about one of your mandates is ensuring that companies remit these unclaimed assets to UFAA, the Unclaimed Financial Asset Authority. But are companies complying with this requirement such that you know they will just come and declare that they have some money in their custody and not hold back to them?
Okay, somehow. Somehow, but most are not. We have done so many audits, and we have realized like 11 billion shillings unsurrendered to us. It's being held out there by institutions, lying to Kenyans through financial statement that money is yours. 11 billion shillings. However, some of this money is from parastatals that are financially not very stable. But majority of the money is from institutions that are very stable. So we have a challenge because it's supposed to be voluntary surrender. But when they don't voluntarily surrender, we do audits. And we do audits, we enforce. And every other audit comes with unclaimed financial assets. We have others who don't want to surrender their unclaimed financial assets. And they want to retain the money. They want to retain the money. They go to court to retain the money, which is not good. I would like to tell you that once an institution, may it be a bank, may it be a telecom communication company, may it be an insurance company, may it be the judiciary. The minute you do your financial statement, show us your assets, liquid assets, and you know part of those assets are not yours. So actually, morally, you are cheating Kenyans with your financial statements. So we have so many people who have refused to surrender their unclaimed financial assets. We are now very serious. We have a very clear policy supported by the law, and we'll be getting them. And so many of them have really actually been hiding here and there. But by 31st October, we expect to receive them more. The other day we had a moratorium where we told people, you come, bring the money. And every year we receive 4 billion from unclaimed financial assets every year. And when we had the moratorium, I think that's the year 2022, 2023, I found a moratorium there. And what did I see? The money shot to close to 5 billion. So people actually are holding this money. And what we are going to do, the minute we get you, is so expensive for you. And now that we have partnership with actually even the government itself, other agencies, we are going to get these people and it will be expensive. So I urge every holder, remit your money by Friday, that 1st of October, remit your money before 1st of November, and you run away from this. And again, you have morally obligated yourself to obey to the rule of law and even to help Kenyans. So why? When we receive this money, we are not super savers. We get it back to the economy through reunification. We get the money back to the economy. We support the bottom-up economic agenda of this government. Our government has a better agenda, the transformation agenda, the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, the better agenda. When you give us the money, we automatically get the owner. When we get the owner, the money goes back to the mainstream economy, and we improve and transform societies. Recently, when I came, and someone who follows me, I paid some 3 million shillings to a family that was really suffering. That family from then is well. You can see they are doing much better. So we urge everybody to surrender the money that you have, which is unclaimed. Right. May it be a wage, may it be an insurance reimbursement, may it be actually the money in your accounts in banks, in telcos, may it be whatever money you are holding, which is not ours. But we are not super holders.
All right.
We are not super holders. Come for your money. Help us give you your money at no cost.
The question we asked this morning on social media was, have you ever checked whether you have any unclaimed assets? And what do you think stops many Kenyans from claiming what's rightfully theirs? And you have quite interesting feedback here. Makori Irina is saying the Unclaimed Asset Authority should be proactive and publicize and trace those with unclaimed assets through next of kin notification. They should also create public awareness. That is one. I don't know if I should let you react one for one or I should read all of them first.
That's Makori proactive, eh?
Makori Orina. Caprice Lightbringer is saying, I think that in the world of oblivion and survival, that comrades live in, checking for unclaimed assets is not a top priority. I believe they are the ones that should reach out to people better via SMS or other means because they have the data. Otherwise, ignorance is bliss. I can't go get something I don't know exists. And I know you've addressed this. You told us how to check if at all we do have unclaimed assets. Mokua Ian is saying the rigorous legal process that precedes the exercise is somehow discouraging. It needs channeling a lot of someone's resources to the exercise without certainty of achieving the end of the process with positive results. Thus, it is termed as double jeopardy, since one will end up losing used resources and not accessing the assets. Is it that expensive to claim your unclaimed assets?
Okay. Another one?
Murugi Gitonga is talking about, I think mostly people are scared it's going to be a long process that requires and that drains them financially and time-wise, and a lack of guarantee that they'll get what's theirs even after all that. That's the feedback we have this morning.
Okay.
The concerns that we are seeing here is about time and cost, if at all there's any, in terms of trying to claim the unclaimed assets that one owes.
Thank you very much. First, we are very proactive. Makori, we are very proactive. You have seen of late, including this media, we've been actually advertising and calling people in the radio and everywhere. Everywhere in this country, we are very proactive. And by the way, we inform people. But remember, Mr. Makori, there's a data protection which actually remits us. The charges that we have, one of them is the data protection. Once these institutions send the money to us, they remit the information they give us because they have to comply with the data protection. What does that mean? What that means is that we need to actually review our laws and reconcile them with such laws as the data protection. Otherwise, what we do is tomorrow I come to you, we may not have your information. A holder will send money, but not your information, because your information cannot just be remitted because of data protection. So Makori, we are very proactive, and actually we look for people. Even here, I've come to urge Kenyans, come for your money, *361#. Visit us at Passes Center. That's Waiyaki Way, just after the expressway, where it touches now the ordinary way, just opposite. And even our website, www.ufav.go.ke, and even actually go to the Huduma Center, go to your assistant chief. We have done all these partnerships to try and get our people get their money. We are very proactive with going all over the country. Soon I'm going to Mombasa with the teachers. I'll be going to Kericho. We'll be going to Kakamega. We are going everywhere in this country. So the partnership that we have created with the Huduma centers, with the NGAOs, is going to be enhanced. When we go to Mombasa, we are creating a partnership with the teachers. We are making everybody an agent, including Makori, *361#. Check yours and check that of your relatives and your friends. We reach out to everybody, because actually the only way we can reach out is this way, advertising, where we even try to even call people. We try to get the data itself without breaking the law, the data protection. So we have the data, but the data we have is limited because we cannot get your details until the laws are harmonized. So on legal process, that's very correct. The regulation of 2016, we are amending that. I'm really working hard. That's one of my flagship projects, that we need to amend the UFA Act, we need to amend the regulation, so that we try to reconcile the Data Protection Act, the UFA Act, that for the purpose of reunification, we can always give you the money. You can give us the data for that purpose. But until the law is amended, we are limited. However, the process is cost-free. We don't charge people. We even can bring the forms to where you are. We send people, even actually you should get the form on our website. And once you claim, we just confirm that from the holder. We just pay you. There is no single cost, not even a penny that we charge people. But for now, we have to obey the law, the regulation, all those wrong process. Like for instance, why do we have to go to reconfirm? Because the law says we reconfirm the grant of administration. That we shouldn't. It should be a very small process that we reconfirm for the bank. But that has to be done to safeguard the money before we pay the money to the wrong people. And then don't be scared. Murugi, don't get scared. Just go to a website. Even there is a phone number there. You call our numbers. Our staff are very cooperative, and we are very effective and efficient. Despite that, we are quite very few in the institution. We make sure that any claim within 21 days is paid. I urge Kenyans of all walks of life, check your unclaimed financial asset. Claim it. And we have a donation policy. If you don't want to go for 200, 300, 400, 500 shillings, tell us where you want us to donate the money. We can donate the money to a children's home. We can donate the money to the government. We can donate the money to your church. You can donate the money anywhere.
As long as they are aware that their money is there. As long as they are aware it's your money and you have given us the way to donate it. We are already working on a policy because we are allowed by the finance bill of 2023 to do so. All right, you're talking about companies fairly behaving nicely in terms of just, remitting those unclaimed financial assets to the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority. But it's quite timely because we're looking at the newspapers today, and they say 15 of the 20 companies have been fined. I'm seeing you're smiling, meaning you know about this.
Yes.
And it says 15 of the 20 companies have been fined at least half of the value of assets they failed to transfer to the authority. Then why are companies failing to remit these unclaimed financial assets, in your opinion, from where you sit?
One, they have been fined. And I said we have a law, a very strict law, that the moment you are detected you have unclaimed financial assets, you will be fined under the law, and you cannot escape it. And again, the fines are very, very, very punitive. And being punitive is not that we want them to be actually punitive. No. It is you people who have made us to get there. So the law is there, the cost is too high, and that's why I urge everybody to comply. That's the law. And the reason why we tell Kenyans actually to comply is this. Two, we give the owner the money, isn't it? If we give the owner the money, we say the money goes back to the mainstream economy. Even if you don't get the owner in the short run, we invest the money in treasury bills to the government. The government uses that money even sure to develop this country. So when you hold that money for your own profit, it's immoral. And so many of these institutions, we are coming for you. Pay our money, we spare you. And the fines will be there because no moratorium is forthcoming. The moratorium was 2023. So when we get you, you must pay, and you must pay. So we urge every Kenyan to be compliant, and we urge every Kenyan to come for your money or tell us what to do with it, whether to donate it, whatever. But most people, you want the money to get out of us. As a matter of fact, you've not asked me how much I have.
I will. I am coming to that.
There's a lot of money that can help.
I am coming to that step by step.
Yeah.
But now that we are looking at this particular report here by the Business Daily, it says that you also hired compliance auditors. And now the question that I would ask this morning is, how many assets would you say are yet to be transferred to the authority?
Now, a baseline survey in the year 2018, it was actually a very accurate survey. 241 billion shillings is being held by the holders by 2018. Baseline survey, is a survey, a complete survey. And the one which has just been released, it was released the other day, we are at 300, almost 400 billion being held by the holders. If this money came to the economy today, you can imagine how it would help the economy. And it can come to the economy through getting the unifying it with the owners. It can come to the economy even by helping through investment in treasury bills and bonds. The government of Kenya, which is our government. Imagine that money can sort out SHA. It can sort out SHA. It can sort out CBC. It can sort out even the affordable housing. It capitate this country. It can bring better liquidity. People are complaining, and I am complaining about liquidity in our pockets. If this money came to government, and the government pays the pending bills, for instance, the money comes to us. So it is totally immoral for anybody to hold that money at the expense of Kenyans. And such persons are going to pay for it through the fines that are in the Act, not any other. And we shall be obeying the law.
All right.
Yes.
Now let's get to the point.
Yes.
We were talking about the assets that are yet to be transferred to the authority.
Yes.
But now, how much are you holding in unclaimed assets? How much money are we talking about?
Thank you. Your money. Kenyans, your money, which we want to give you. And this money that we want to give you is yours. It's not anybody. And we are ready and available. My sister, do you know cash and equivalent? Cash and equivalent. Money which you can come, money which you have in liquid, held at the Central Bank of Kenya. Liquid cash and equivalent. I mean that money that is held in treasury bills from banks and all that. 36 billion. 36 billion is cash. You're not going to look for anything. We are ready to give 36 billion to Kenyans. Come for it. That's a lot of money. Secondly, we have 1.9 billion units of shares. That all value today is at 66 billion. You know the share market is doing very well. So we have 1.9 billion, not million, billion units of shares, worth close to 66 billion. So far, the amount of money that has been remitted to us from the 241 of 2018 to date is 102 billion. Out of this 102 billion, we have done everything. We are crying every day to Kenyans, come for your money. We have only managed to actually pay the cash 2.8 billion. Wakenya wamekataa, come for your money.
Kenyans have only claimed 2.8 billion.
Imagine.
Out of the 3.6 billion.
1.8 billion in cash out of the 36. They are not coming. What do I do? What do we do? They are not coming. Come for your money. And that is by star 361 hash, www.ufaa.go.ke. Then most Kenyans now are literate. They have a phone, they have computers, they have children who can get them there. Claim the money, you get your money within 21 days. On the shares, imagine you have only managed to give 800 million worth. 800 million of the 66 billion your share, which we are supposed to give it to you and your dividends and all that. We have got 0.8 billion, 800 million only. So in total, we have managed to unite 3.6 billion. And I say, when I came, it was only 400 million. I've managed to campaign, to talk, having been a politician, I talk everywhere I go. But now, on TV 47, I urge Kenyans to come for their money. We want this figure to grow at least to 50% of this money, if not all. Because we are not super holders. We are holding because we are trying to reach unto Kenyans and they are not coming. Wakenya kujeni chukueni pesa zenu.
Kwa nini hawakuji kuchukua that particular money?
It's one thing, there, you have asked a very pertinent question. Number one, some of the character of the Kenyan people is that of not being very accountable. So you have the money, you are not telling your wife, your husband, your children, where your money is. When time to pass on comes, because everybody passes on, then the money stays in that bank. Sometimes, immediately someone passes on, you put off the phone, our culture, you know it very well, everybody in Kenya. You don't disclose where your resources are. And I urge Kenyans to be open to your spouses and to your children and to your, you must be open so that at least you can get them. So that is one reason why we have all this kind of money. Secondly, some people are ignorant of UFA. We go and make a lot of noise in every village in this country. They don't come. And thirdly, people are not really following up with us. But otherwise, they are really coming now. The halls are packed. We have made sure that Kenyans are aware. Our halls are packed. Our lines, even that star 361 hash, you can find it really actually congested.
Lagging.
Yeah, congested. So Kenyans are coming. They are going to come for their money. Yes.
In cases where...
But we have a problem with family tussles, Family members are fighting. We have so much money which we know the owners, but they cannot be given the money. They are in court.
And that is a question I wanted to ask. You said you usually call people to come for their money. You dial the number and you call them. But in cases where their relatives have passed on, do you call them to tell them that, your father, your mother had this amount of unclaimed assets that are with us? Kindly find a way to come for them. Do you do that?
Yes, we do that. One thing, when a substantial amount of money has been deposited with us, let me even use my own example. I am known by Kenyans. So if the Dr. CP Honorable Kego Jenga money is found somewhere, obviously someone like you know who Kego is, isn't it? We reach out to them. Unfortunately, we have a character that we have. Families are fighting after their fathers and their parents are passed on. They are in court, so we keep on holding the money. Some are taking too long to administer their estate through the legal processes of looking for the grant of administration through the letter of administration. So it's the family tussles, the delay in the process, and that makes us hold this money. Then also we have get small amount of money. Someone says, 100 shillings? Actually, when I came into Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, I found my total was 9,000. And can I tell you, 9,000 will not make me fly from Mombasa, from Kisumu, or even for me, surely, it will not make me, even you find it lazy to go and a whole day or whatever, and all these processes. You say, goja ikae huko. That's why we came up and proposed to Parliament. We have a donation policy that you can donate that money so that the money goes back to the economy. That's the reason why, no any other reason. We are really looking for every Kenyan. And that's what brings me early morning to TV 47 to urge Kenyans to come for their money.
Great. We're talking about in your mandate that sometimes you always invest some of this money. You talked about it being in treasury bonds and treasury bills, and it's also yielding some interest. Then what happens to the extras that are not utilized?
Yeah, very good question. I'm now starting to see your understanding. The law says interest from those resources are unclaimed assets are going to be safeguarded through the same process I told you, 90% at the government. So in fact what we do, you know, by the time this organization was formed, we have had institutions that have gone into problems. So currently we are doing 100% treasury abuse and both, but you cannot give that money to the government, the law does not allow. Neither can we use it, the law does not allow. But that interest is what runs unclaimed financial assets budget. Our budget is not donated by the Exchequer, by the National Treasury. We don't receive any grant there. Our budget is ours, but approved by the National Treasury, but financed by those resources. The balance we reinvest again until when we actually come up with a law that you tell us what to do with those funds. In many jurisdictions where unclaimed financial assets is established, especially the United States of America and India, those are very advanced institutions. And what they do, the law is very clear. After 2 years, and you don't come for your money, the law has said this money will go to these social amenities for social transformation. So when I went to Arizona, when I went to Seattle in 2023, I found that rehabilitated persons from drugs and other menaces are trained and educated by that money. Very poor children, the very poor of the poor, are trained and educated by that kind of money. In other states, it goes to health. In other states, to make sure that people are healthy and all that. So when we do proposal, we'll come up with a proposal what to do with that interest, with that savings. But it remains a property of Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority. Yes, it remains there because otherwise it remains the government, so indirectly it goes back to the people. And this money is invested in that treasury bills and boards. And then a road is done. It belongs to the people. A water project is done by the government, by the national government. It belongs to the people. When they create a police station there, it belongs to the people. So we are not lost. The money is safeguarded and is getting back to the people, but through a more indirect line. And once we have made the law, we shall do public participation and know what to do with this money. Otherwise, it will be held under the current law at the Central Bank of Kenya.
All right. So if this money is a yielding interest, and you said that sometimes it benefits the people of Kenya, but through, we might not see it, but through the roads and all that you've mentioned. But the people whose monies have earned this interest, can it go into the direction directly? Say, I have 10 shillings lying there at the Unclaimed Financial Asset Authority, and then it yields interest, say to 10.4 now. Can it come to me as it is, at 10.4?
Yes.
Or, I just have to get that 10 shillings that, that you owe me?
Okay, very good. I can see. It's very interesting. You would be changing the business model of unclaimed financial assets globally. We are not a trading concern. We don't charge anybody. We make sure people are united. So if I gave you interest, you change the model. And the model of Unclaimed Financial Assets authorities all over the world is I look for you, give me back your money. Then the rest should go back to the economy through prescribed methods, which in Kenya we have not. If we go to paying you interest, then you become a trading concern and a super investor. So you even not come for your money because you know at the end of it, you shall be getting your interest. But that is not allowed. I have not seen, even in the jurisdiction I have researched, they are not doing that. In fact, in those jurisdictions that are developed, what is happening, after 2 years, it's surrendered to a project. So after 2 years, we need a university at Kamwangi in Gatundu North. It will be done by that money. Then the other year, we want a water project in Kitui. Then the other year, but in Kenya, you don't have that law. So we maintain it. We are not a trading concern. No. Actually, even the law allows us, those shares in the meantime, to be onboarded to us and then be taken back to the trading platform and be circulating among Kenyans so that we make the economy more active. We activate the economy. Imagine the 66 billion. If we complete, and we will be doing it upon approval, if we incorporate the 66 billion, we would make the Nairobi Stock Exchange much more active. And then we make the trading of shares much more active. And generally the economy becomes much more active. And the economy becomes much more liquidated, not liquidated, more liquid. Kenyans might think of liquidated, but actually the word is liquidated from a professional point of view. Yes.
Challenges in reunification, what are they? And I'm asking this because I'm concerned about fraud. If that's something that you might face as an authority, people claiming assets that don't belong to them. Is fraud an issue?
I want to tell you, if there is anything I'm proud about, my sister, if there is anything that makes me feel very, 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 very proud, is that the systems praised by the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, that, for instance, if you come and say today that I'm Dr. Kigo, and being Dr. Kigo, then I have these assets from my father. We not only actually do due diligence, we go to even verify. We'd go to verify the grant of administration. Even when you come as yourself and then have an ID, we have had a partnership, a platform where we confirm your ID. All right? So we do a lot of due diligence. I have not seen only one case that I saw, and the case, it was not our mistake. The court confirmed. After confirming, everything was done accordingly, but we have not had any other case. We have not had any other case.
So with that particular case, did they get that the assets?
They didn't. We were quick to detect. We were quick to detect. Because again, remember, the money goes to a bank, isn't it? So the bank will actually confirm. No bank can pay you money without taking proper documents. Okay, so if, for instance, I take $1 million shillings to a bank A, then they also do their due diligence. And again, as I told you, the much huge sum of money that we hold has a prescribed owner. Okay, so again, you see, it's not easy. It's not very easy.
Talk to us about the challenges you're facing as an authority that is hindering you from achieving your mandate.
Number one is the law and the regulation. The way it is, it was done in 2011, and by 2011, the circumstances that were there are not the circumstances we are in. The environment of 2011 is not the environment of today. The environment of 2016 is not the environment of today. We've gone even actually now to use the AI, artificial intelligence. We've gone even actually to be on platforms that we have become quite different. If it's like the mobile money transfers, things have become very easy. Platforms have been created. E-Citizen is working. So today, the challenges that we have is need to amend the law to come up with the current environment. And we've said it with you here, that to make it very, very easy, even to donate the money. Then, the red tape in government cuts across every sector. We have a shortage of staff. I'm supposed to have 100 and 12 staff for me to actually be able even to reach to Kenyans for their money. And I'm having 29. It has taken me, actually, it has taken UFA from 17 or 2016 to recently during my time when I unraveled the human resource instruments. So now we can employ. It is even have taken me a year to employ a CEO. Now we have a new CEO. We have Raban Moronko, a new CEO. And what we are doing is to tell you that we need to put staffs there. The other one is the low awareness, I've told you. We try to make Kenyans understand. I don't know. But it's the same thing because this gospel of Christianity, about change your characters and all that, you find baptized people creating crime. The same thing. We are trying to spread the gospel of Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority. Kindly Kenyans help us actually spread this gospel. So the awareness and being the only one in Africa is also another challenge. And also the succession process. We have said your parents die, you start fighting, and then even before you go to the judiciary to get, because the judiciary is a good partner. We have a partnership with the judiciary. So they hasten anything that is UFA and they take a lot of care. But then you see families are fighting and all that. And then we have the holders. The holders who remit the money. Because of data protection, they don't give us the information. If we'll have a law that you say a holder, you are exempted from the data protection restriction, and you give us the money with the name of Dr. C.P. Francis Kigo, Jenga Honorable Kigo, they'll get me, isn't it? But today, even the holders are remitted. Okay? So there we are. But obviously the other challenge is that some communities don't come for your money. They believe it is not correct. They believe it is not proper. But those are the communities we want them to donate to the Kenyans. Any other issue is Kenyans don't refuse to listen to us. Come for your money. That's the biggest challenge. Come for your money. We are genuine. Come for your money. We are genuine. We are there for you. We don't charge anything. It's free. And if you have any complaint, we have even a complaint desk. We have a very active website. And so Kenyans, you can come for your money. Actually, there is another number that, although it's not yet, we have a small challenge, but we are going to work on it, a WhatsApp number. We have a WhatsApp number. Once that WhatsApp number is ready, I would tell Kenyans it's very, we tried it and it was doing very well. We shall put it on our website and Kenyans will come to it. Now, the holders have time limit which they fail to obey. That's another challenge. For travelers check, if you hold it for 2 years, illegal. Bring it to us. Money order or similar written financial instruments, 2 years. Checks, if you write a check, a traveler's check, if you write a whatever check and it's not claimed, 2 years is supposed to be with us. Savings account, current accounts, fixed deposit accounts, 5 years. If you cannot trace the owner, it's supposed to come to us. Life insurance policy or annuities, 2 years. Assets as a result of demutualization, 2 years. Water abuse and deposits, 2 years. Ownership interest, 3 years. Assets in a dissolved institutions that are gone, 2 years. And then give certificates, a certificate that was sent to you in money or financial asset, 5 years. Your wages, which you have not given the owner, he disappeared, or whatever reason, 1 year. You're supposed to give it to us. And then safe deposits, if you can't trace the owner, as a bank, give it to us within 2 years. That's one challenge. And then the other challenge we're having is space. Once I have the 115, because our work is interrelated from one department to another, we shall require space. We shall require space to keep these people 112, the safe boxes in one under one roof. Because today, the same boxes are with the holders.
So the minimum amount of time that holders should remit these unclaimed assets to UFA is 1 year.
1 year.
1 year, if you're looking at everything that you've mentioned.
Yes, yes.
And before we wind up this conversation, I would love to know, for the benefit of our viewer, what you publish at the UFA website, such that when somebody comes to the website or clicks on the website, that they would see something and recognize and identify that this asset does belong to me, what will they see? What do you publish?
We publish in our website, we publish who we are, what we do. In fact, we go ahead to actually even put successful stories there. And then from there, we publish how you are supposed to know your assets, *361#. And the WhatsApp number, which we are going actually to, don't use it now, but in a short while it's going to be working. We want to make it very efficient. 0706 866 984. It is going to be there. We publish the forms you are supposed to fill, the documents you are supposed to attach, and the email you are going to send there. We publish all the information, the law, the regulation. We publish the developments, emerging issues on Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority. We publish the status of the fund. How far are we in what? In cash and equivalent in shares. We publish where we are. We publish the chairman and his board. We publish the management, everything that so far is in our website.
All right.
Yes.
And I know your call to action this morning, we've come to a close of this conversation, is that Kenyans should come and claim the unclaimed assets.
Yes.
And thank you so much. That is Dr. CPA Francis Kigonjenga, Chairperson, Unclaimed Financial Asset Authority, talking to us about the unclaimed assets. Go check. The number is there. Remind them again. Today.
*361#. *361#.
That's right.
That is all. www.ufaa.go.ke for the process, but Kenyans come for your money. I beseech you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. for making time for us to have this very serious conversation, and that needs to be heard more and more.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching, and of course for being part of this conversation. You've come to the end of it. See you tomorrow, inshallah. My name is Anne Odida.
Thank you. Sansa.